to The Power of Your Mind. Join us every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. on Faith World TV, channel 589. This program may change your life for good. Let me introduce the producer, Ayo Benson Olariwaju. He is the author of the best-selling book, Gold Mine of Your Mind. He is the CEO of NBC Consults, a coaching and consulting firm helping entrepreneurs build prosperous businesses. He trained as a chartered accountant, but his passion is helping entrepreneurs change the world through his excellent services. He is an accomplished master coach, transforming people's lives rapidly. He has helped thousands of businesses through his coaching, consulting, books, seminars, webinars, articles, radio, and TV programs. He is a sports enthusiast. Ayo Benson Olariwaju, FCCA, FCA, MBA, CEO, NBC Consults Limited.
Okay, welcome to Gold Mine of Your Mind once again. You're familiar with this program now. This is where we share insights on how you tap into the powers of your mind to do extraordinary things in life. It doesn't matter what you do, or whether you're in business, or you're in a career, or you're a parent, wherever you are in your journey, young or old, when you learn how to collaborate with your mind, you're gonna live a life that is full of happiness, of purpose, and of greatness. That sounds like a big promise. This program is sponsored by MBC Consult. It is my company. We help entrepreneurs build a prosperous business through this program. Is one of them. We also do seminars. We do webinars. I have books. So I'm all about knowledge. But don't get it twisted, because it's not just any knowledge. It's what I call applied knowledge, which means you take this knowledge, you apply it, you get result. Okay? So that's what I call a proven system. That is what we teach at our seminars, and that's what we teach at our webinars, and that's what we also teach here. Here is a bit lighter because we've got to make it entertaining for you. We don't want it to be drudgery. But at the same time, you're going to take a lot of insights away. Today is a special day because, like I've said to you on this show, that I don't have monopoly of knowledge. And once in a while, I bring highly resourceful people to come and help me on this show, to share their insights, to share their knowledge with you, so that you can tap in, you can jump on the shoulder of giants and become a giant yourself. So today I have my special friend here. He's been cracking me up before we come on here, and he's been, telling me all kinds of jokes, and he's made jokes about both of us have shiny heads. You better get your sunglasses before I introduce him. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing Adam Shaw. Adam is started out as a nurse, trained as a nurse. It will amaze you that he then moved into banking, and he is now a highly successful entrepreneur, and he's got great followings. Like yesterday, when I set out the promo to my contacts, I got people sending me back messages. Oh, you got Adam. I say, yeah, you better get yourself ready to watch this show today. So without much ado, Adam will tell us a bit more about himself, about what he's doing, what project he's got at hand that could be of benefit to you. But I'm just gonna stop now and introduce him. Let me let the cat out of the bag. I welcome Adam Shaw.
Thanks, Ayo. Nice to be here.
Thank you for joining me today. My first question is, tell us a bit more about your journey before I fire you the first question.
Well, the journey as an entrepreneur, as you know, has been a little bit different for me. I left nursing probably about 10 years ago for the second time. and I pretty much jumped before I was pushed because I was whistleblowing there and highlighting bad practices where people were dying as a result of bad management decisions, and that tends not to make you very popular. So I didn't plan to be an entrepreneur. I didn't even want to be an entrepreneur. I just found myself in a place where I realized that it was going to be challenging for me to get a job in anything that I was trained in then, and I needed to do something different. So I ended up working in the city and as an entrepreneur, trying to find my way, not being very good at it, AO, at first, not knowing who I was or what I was doing. But these days, several years later, and a lot of hard knocks along the way, I now run a business network and I train people how to pitch for funding.
Fantastic. Did you hear that? Network, when I was promoting our seminar that happened, less than 2 weeks away, I was saying that, some of the guests I brought said, your network, your net worth is your network, right? And there was an article I wrote a while ago, and I said, if you aren't networking, you aren't working. So, what's the value of networking? Let's start from there, because the funding part is much more important to me, because a lot of people get stuck at the level that they have great ideas, they have the business plan, they have all it takes, but they can't find the money. So before you address that, can you briefly touch on the value of networking?
Well, it's all one thing that I've realised in nursing. Everything's about the value of human contact and relationships. I had to deal with some very difficult people, difficult relatives, build up relationships, build up rapport, and so that skill set very easily translated into the world of business networking. In fact, my experience was building up relationships without any agenda. I found that in business that was completely different. That so many people in networking situations I was walking in, they were looking at my company and judging me through that lens. So I called myself the heart guy, the company, which confuses everybody. Nobody really knows what I do. So they'd see my badge, they'd see the heart guy, and just seeing the reactions in a networking situation was it's really interesting to see how people filter through business networking. So what my, I suppose, gripe in the business world is that networking can be very business orientated. It can be about how many leads have you got for me. It can be a very systematic, high pressure environment where sometimes the relationship isn't really focused on. So I set my own network up to really focus on the relationship first.
Yeah, I've been to one of them. I've been several times, haven't I? I've been several times. It's a network where when you get there, Adam wouldn't let you speak to anybody about business for the first 1 hour, right? First 1 hour, you just be chatting about mundane stuff, and I loved it. I was asking you yesterday, when is the next one? I said, we're changing venue and all that. So it will be useful for people to know when the next venue is. Let's talk about funding. Funding, from my experience, from what I've been teaching, and from people I've mentored, funding seems to be the stumbling block. I've been advising people, you can start somewhere else. If you have a great idea, you can start small. With internet and digital marketing and all of that, you can start something that will ramp up very rapidly if you have a proven system, which is what my company does very well. So, how can people find money to get their ideas from their head onto paper and get money in the bank to go execute that idea?
Well, there's only one way to do that, AO, and that's to have a good relationship with somebody with the money, and to see the relationship as the fundamental building block for that.
I think that's very important For you to tell my viewers, that's their camera. That's what they're looking at. Tell my
Golden
viewers.
moment, shiny head moment. It's about the relationship.
Yeah.
Lights up. And
So
for my
tell-
next trick,
Yeah. So tell my that's my viewers' camera at home. So what should they do? What's the number one thing they should do?
well, it's more a case of what not to do.
Okay.
I mean, there's
All right,
there's
let's
so
have
many.
what not to do.
I will tell you what to do, but I will tell you the frequent mistakes that I see. So many people, there's two massive mistakes that people make. The first one is they think their business is so brilliant that when they approach funders, they think, I won't just send a summary, I'll send the kitchen sink. I'll send the business plan, the information memorandum, the 356 attachments that show that there might be some traction here.
Yeah.
And I see emails where you just don't know where to start. Now, you have to realise that the average funder, if it's a big network of funders, might get 100 to 200 approaches a day.
Yeah.
So if you don't get to the point within the first paragraph, you're
lost.
Forget it. You know, if you're approaching people online, forget it. That's never, ever going to work. So first golden tip, you've got to have a one-pager, a very succinct summary of the business overview, the sector it's in, the uniqueness of it, the problem you solve, and the request. But what people forget, they talk about what they want. We need funding for our business. We need money for marketing. We need stuff for this. We need, I want. And the funder's reading this going, oh, it's nice to know what you want, but what's in it for them?
What's in it for them? Yeah.
What's in it for the funder?
What's
The opportunity here? And if it's an opportunity to be part of it, maybe they want mentoring. People forget to position it to the person that they're asking for money, and that is just it happens so often. It's a very big mistake, very common mistakes that people make.
And also to buttress a point, in my book there is a chapter on raising money. I'm sure you have my book.
You gave me a copy, Ayo, so I've got your book. Right.
Yeah. So there is a chapter there about raising money. And what you know, we've been on a panel, you know, with people pitching for their business, and they're looking up to us to give them direction. So if people are looking for help, you know, can somebody like you point them in the right direction? Because that's why I brought you.
Yes, I'm going this way. Okay. No, it's, yes, that's frequently what I do. Most people that come to me looking for funding, quite honestly, about 95% of them just aren't ready. They're just not ready for funding, but they can't see it. It's very difficult to see your own business objectively from the inside.
Yeah.
So the value proposition isn't there. I mean, so often the valuation is pie in the sky.
Yeah. I think that's one big mistake people make, is they go place the valuation high up here when your business hasn't made a penny. So, and there isn't any proven evidence that that's going to happen in the next 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Soon as we found out, even for good companies like Facebook, Google, and all of them, they didn't make money for 3 or 4 years. Even Amazon didn't make money for the first 5 or 6 years. So we're gonna, before we go on break, I want to remind you that you can get my book on mbcconsult.com. You go in there and you see a page where it says get my book free. Yes, you heard me right. Get my book free. Go in there and get this book free before I change my mind. This book has changed a lot of people's lives, and I don't want you to be an exception. And what you can also do to join my goal of getting this book into the hand of 100 million people is to get the book and then share it with your friends and family. Is that too much to ask? It took me 1 year to write the book, right? And I'm giving you for free because my goal is to change 100 million people's lives. So when we come back, Adam will also give us other tips about business and what you should do when you're getting ready to look for money for your business, and some other things. So I'll see you in a second.
Attention business owners! Are you working 70 to 90 hours per week without results? Would you like to get exponential profits for your business working half the time? MBC Consults helps entrepreneurs build a prosperous business rapidly through coaching and consulting. Make more, work less using digital marketing. Your business will run like a well-oiled machine. Contact us on www.mbcconsult.com or 0793 950 0053.
Welcome back. Adam Shaw is here. Adam, if you're just joining us, Adam has a business helping entrepreneurs come together and do business, and he's also an investor, and he also helps people with great ideas to raise money for their business. So, he's been sharing some insights on what not to do when you're looking for money for your business or for your idea. So, we're going to digress a little bit from that, but it's also still related. Adam, how can people get their mind right? Because most people, they've got great ideas, but when they get in front of the investors, then they go blank, and that's their opportunity gone. I know you're very familiar with emotional intelligence and things like that. So what are the steps they can take to prepare themselves so that they don't get in front of the investor and go blank, and they start talking rubbish to the investor?
That's a really good question, Ayo, because this is a chicken and egg situation that I see a lot. Most startup businesses, they don't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they think that they can do it all themselves. They can save money through paying somebody like me to get them ready and prepared. And then they go off, they make the mistakes, they make an awful first impression. And after 100 bad approaches, they come back to me and start grilling me. And I'm like, look, I'm not interested. You've already slammed the doors closed that I could have opened for you, because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So that's the biggest...
You never get a chance to make second impression, right? Well, so they'll blew it then.
Well, a second chance to make a first impression. So something along those lines. You never get something or to do something along the lines. But it's very common. I see it a lot. People come in and they're either they're battle hardened because they've tried to do it themselves, and then they've got a very cynical view of the investment world. And so would I if I'd gone out and tried to do it all myself. They don't realise that so many people think it's about their business, that's the main reason that people invest. If you have a business that has proven figures that you can prove that if you invest this marketing campaign converts to this, that leads to this, then you will get funded by a venture capitalist, because they see the numbers and they know that there's guaranteed if you put X money in, it will convert.
Yeah.
But most startup businesses are pre-revenue. They can't do that.
Yeah.
So
and what I also teach is you must take a small part of what you want to do and prove it in the marketplace, like proof of concept. Do the smaller version of whatever it is and test the market and see that if you put in £10, you're gonna get £20 back, or you're gonna get £15 back. If you have that, investors are interested because they have money, in their pocket. They don't want that money idle. So it's not as if they're doing you a favor. They're looking for where to invest the money. So it's very critical to do that. Let's talk emotional intelligence. Yeah. So when coming in front of an investor, what are the things that they need to do to prepare themselves so that they are in the right frame of mind to be able to pitch properly without panicking, without going off the rail and then talk rubbish to the investor.
there's only one way, AO, and that's practice.
Practice,
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 practice, practice,
and practice more.
And if you're going live in front of an investor without any practice or any feedback or any expert giving you a heads up on your presentation, then that's a little bit like taking a rubber dinghy out to the British Channel and just start paddling away to France. You might get there, probably won't.
Yeah, because as part of the chapter in my book, I also have the steps you can take before you appear in front of your investors. And one of them is to breathe. Most people don't breathe, and the reason why they go blank is they're not breathing. Because when you're nervous, your breathing is shallow, and you're not oxygenating your brain, and then that is why people go blank. So breathe properly before you get in there, and when you get in there, remember to breathe no matter what pressure you're under. That will put you in a good state of mind. And like Adam said, prepare, and prepare. Very, very important. And then feedback is actually the most important, which is what you do very well, Adam, because there was this event that we went to together, right? And that guy, you gave him so good a feedback, but he was upset. Why do you think people react that way? Because that was kind of strange to me, because you looked at his speech and you gave him constructive criticism, and he wouldn't have any of that.
I'm just going to stop you there, Aya. I don't see criticism. I don't use that word. It doesn't exist in my world. If you're pitching for funding and you're not getting feedback, now if somebody's telling you you're doing a good job, your mate might do that, or somebody out there might say, "Oh, you're wonderful. Yeah, of course you'll go out and get funding."
Or your mom might say, "Oh,
yeah, he's a lovely lad, and oh, you look great, and that's a fabulous pitch," and they see it through the rose-tinted glasses.
Yeah.
If you go to a pitch event like we were at, AO, that was a real opportunity for that guy to get some feedback.
Yeah.
Now, you say positive feedback or negative feedback doesn't exist in my world. For me, as a professional speaker, the people that tell me how I can improve are the gold on my journey. They're the gold in my mind.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, so that's what it is for me, AO. The people that tell me I'm great, that's nice, my ego likes to be fluffed occasionally, we all do. That's very, very nice, but that's not going to help me grow as a person or as an entrepreneur. Whereas feedback will help me grow. People are brave because it's a little bit like going and giving people feedback about their business. People's business and their idea is like a baby.
Yeah.
So giving feedback to some people is like going up to the child group and telling all the mothers, your babies are all ugly. And people don't deal with it. They don't deal with that particularly well. So rather than say, "Oh, this could really help me, that's a really good point," the shield goes up, and their receptiveness to what you have to say stops.
Out of the window.
And when that happens, as we both know, I'm stopping. I'm not going to give you any more feedback. If you're going to fight me on it.
The truth is, you're too involved in the idea, in the business, to actually be dispassionate in accessing it. So if somebody is giving you feedback, it's useful to take that feedback. Before I round up, I'm gonna also tell you, if you're just joining us, my book, Gold Mine of Your Mind, Your Fast Track to Abundance, 300-page, 27-chapter, powerful book. Adam has read it, and he's giving thumbs up for it. And I've got a lot of feedback about how it has transformed a lot of people's lives. I'm giving it free because I feel it is my purpose to help 100 million people change their life for good. Would you like to be part of that? Go on nbcconsult.com and go to the page that says get my book free. Click on it. You're gonna pay a token for shipping and handling. People that are gonna put it in an envelope and address it and send it to you. Apart from that, it is absolutely free. So as we said, Adam, you organize events regularly. what's the next event that people can attend to either meet you or speak with you or have a chance to tell you about what they're doing?
Thanks, Ao. I appreciate the opportunity for a gratuitous plug. There's two things that I do. I run networking events and I run pitch boot camps. So every fortnight I run a pitch boot camp near Old Street in London.
What's the address?
It's the Boutique Workplace in Curtin Road, and all of that's on my website, which is adamshaw.co. And that's a free.
Is it just .co or
just .co?
adamshaw.co. adamshaw.co. So go in there and you find events organized by Adam. Is a very, very resourceful individual and is a transformational coach as well. So, Adam, last word, 10 seconds.
Well, it's been a pleasure, Ao, and I would just say that if funding is your journey, don't go in raw. Get feedback, come to a pitch workshop, get lots of people to tell you what they think and to be honest with you, because if you don't do that, then it will be brutal when you get in front of investors.
Did you hear that? It will be brutal. That's a final one. I've got to pack it up now. Your mind is a gold mine. Use it. I'll see you next week. Thank you very much.
Attention, business owners. Are you working 70 to 90 hours per week without results? Would you like to get exponential profits for your business working half the time? MBC Consults helps entrepreneurs build a prosperous business rapidly through coaching and consulting. Make more, work less using digital marketing. Your business will run like a well-oiled machine. Contact us on www.mbcconsult.com or 0793 950 0053.